Mathematics, and I am Ijeoma. Okay, we are going to look at capacity. Remember, we've already started and we've talked about what capacity is, right? Remember, we said capacity simply means what? The quantity of liquid that a container can hold. Okay, we talked about the basic units of capacity. We talked about liters. We talked about kiloliter, right? Okay, and from there we equally look at cubic per centimeter and the relationship between cubic centimeter and your liter. Okay, we say that the liquid itself is measured in liters, whereas the cubic centimeter is used to measure the space that can contain the liquid. You still remember that, right? We looked at the table of units in capacity. That is where we made our milliliter, centiliter, our liter, our kiloliter. Okay? And then we'll be able to do one or two solving in addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Okay, today is a continuation of that class. We're going to solve for division of capacity measures, and I'll give you some hints on conversion in capacity. Okay, and then we convert from liter to cubic centimeter, we convert from cubic centimeter back to liter, liter to milliliter, milliliter to liter. Okay, in a nutshell, it just means that we are going to convert from a higher unit to a lower unit, and it will convert from a lower unit to a higher unit. Okay, so I'll give you hints on what to do in any case, okay, and then I'm also going to solve one or two. Okay, now let's look at what we have for division. Now, when carrying extra, remember we've talked about when carrying extra, when borrowing. These are what you should have in mind. If you know the relationship between the various units of capacity measures, you can comfortably solve, right? Okay, now remember that 10 milliliter will give you 1 centiliter. 100 centiliter will give you what? 1 liter. Whereas 1000 milliliter will give you what? 1 liter. Okay? Now, we have our division, and remember, when we solved for addition, subtraction, and multiplication, what we were writing as our answers were what? The remainders, right? Now, in division alone, it will change. What you'll be putting down is the whole numbers, no longer the remainder. Okay? So let's solve so you will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, now we have 7 into 10. What are we going to have? How many 7 do you have in 10? 1. 1 remainder what? You have what? 1 remainder 3. So instead of putting down your remainder as we have been doing in other ones, we'll be putting down our whole number. So what we have here is what? 1. Now you're carrying over 3, right? Now that 3, remember, 1 cl equals what? 10 milliliter. So 3 cl will be what? 3 times 10. That is 30 milliliter. Now this 30 plus what we have here, 5, will be giving you what? 75. Now 7 divided 35 will be giving you what? 5. Is that clear? Okay, let's solve the next one. Okay, here we have 4 divided 9. We have what? 2. Remainder 1. Okay, that one going over here is 1 liter. Remember, 1 liter is equivalent to 100 centiliter. So what we are adding to this is 100, right? So plus 70, we have what? 170. And we will be dividing with 4, right? So 4 here 1, 4 here is what? 4 here is 4 remainder 1. Now 4 divided 10 will be giving you 2 remainder what? 2 remainder 2. Okay? So here we have 42. Remember we said 170, right? Divided by 4. 4 into 17 will give 4 times 4 is 16, right? So we have 4 remainder 1. 4 into 10, because of A, it is 2 remainder 2, okay? So what we are taking over here is what? 2. Now remember again, remember that 1 cl will be giving you 10 milliliter. So 2 cl is what? 2 cl is 2 times 10. That is what? 20 plus 4. We have 24. And we divide with 4 to get what? 6. Is that clear? Okay, so I know you can attempt this, but let's solve together. 7 into 54 will be giving you what? Do you know? Remember, we have 49 here, and 7 times 7 will be giving us 49, right? And 7 times 8 will be giving us 56, and it's not up to 56. So what we have here is 7 remainder what? 7 remainder 5. Now we are taking 5 over, right? Now 5, remember, 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 milliliter. Now 5 liter will be 5000 times 1000. That is what? 5000 plus 950. So we have 5950. Okay, we are dividing with 7, right? Can you see that? Okay, then let me write here. 5950, can see this, right? Over 7. Let me write it up so we solve together. Over 7. 7 here was 7 into 59 because of 56. So we have 8. 8 remainder 3. 7 into 35, we have 5. 7 into this, so we have 8 what? 50. Okay, so you can look at this, okay? You can look at this and you know how we did it, right? So I'm going to spin also, I'll show you how we give you the hints that you need to know when you will be solving for your conversion in capacity measures, okay? So in conversion, hint number 1, while converting from a higher unit to lower unit, you do what? You multiply. Okay? Now, while converting from lower unit to higher unit, you do what? You divide. Okay? So now, when you are converting from liter to, what do you have there? Cubic centimeter. You know, this is for cubic centimeter, right? Okay, so which of them, this is higher to lower, right? So I remember you said we divide. And you know that 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 cubic centimeter. So whenever, having this in mind, and we said this is a higher unit, this is a lower unit, remember we said we multiply, right? So while converting from liter to this, you do what? You multiply with 1000. Okay? So while converting from cubic centimeter to liter, you do what? You divide with 1000. Okay? So we have another one here, liter to milliliter. Okay? This is 1, this is 2. Hint number 3, while converting from liter to milliliter. Okay? Remember 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 milliliter. Okay? And this is a higher unit, this is a lower unit. Okay? So again, we multiply again. We multiply with what? 1000. The other way around, when you're converting from your milliliter to liter, you simply divide with what? 1000. How about when you're converting from, okay, let's say milliliter to centiliter. You should remember that 10 milliliter will be giving you what? 1 cl. So, and you know that this is a smaller unit to higher unit. And so, when from lower to higher, you divide, right? So, you simply do what? You divide with 10. Okay? Now, the other way around, Cl to Ml, which is from higher to lower, you multiply with what? 10. Okay, so these are the hints. I've already given you your hints, okay? So I'll quickly give us one or two to solve and conversion, okay? So you will be applying what you have learned so far, right? Now, higher to lower, you need to do what? You multiply. Lower to higher, you divide. Now, knowing the relationships between each pair will guide you into knowing what to use to multiply or divide, okay? So let's go over. Okay, so here we have, okay, so here we have question number 1. How many cubic centimeters of water can be poured into a 3-liter bottle? Okay, so that is, we are just converting this to cubic centimeter. And remember that 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 cubic centimeter. So when we have 3 liters, what are we going to do? You simply multiply 3 with 1,000, and that will be giving you 3,000 cubic centimeters. Okay, so the next question we have, the volume of the rectangular tank is this, and how many liters of water will be needed? So here we converted from liter to cubic centimeter, and here we are going to convert from cubic centimeter to liter, okay? So what are we going to have? Let's solve. We simply have that 1 cubic centimeter will be giving us 1 over 1,000 liters, right? Okay, so when we have 6,080 cubic centimeter, we will be having 1,000, 1 over 1,000 times this. Okay? So that will be giving us this over 1,000. Now, using our shifting method, we are going to shift to the left, right? 1, 2, 3. That will be giving us 6.08 liters. Okay? Do you understand that? Remember our shifting method, right? We counted in threes because it has what? 3 zeros, right? Okay, so you still remember now. Here we have a water tank is an open burst. What shape is that? A water tank. An open burst. What shape is that? Okay, so when you hear burst, you're having two shapes in mind, your cube or your cuboid. Okay, so how do you know if it's cube and how do you know if it's cuboid? Remember for cube, all the sides are equal, right? Okay, so look at this. Are they equal? Now it tells you that you are referring to a cuboid. Now, when we say a water tank is an open box with size of 30, 80, and 22 centimeters. Now, the question says, what is its volume in cubic centimeter? Meaning that we are looking for volume of a cuboid. Now, what is the formula for finding volume of a cuboid? Okay, so remember this, huh? Volume of cuboid, we have length times breadth times height, which is 30 cm times 80 cm times 22 cm. Okay, what it gives you will be the answer. Okay, so I will quickly solve here. You can see this, right? So 30 times 80, 0 times 0, 0 times 3, 8 times 0, 8 times 3, we have 24. 0, 0, this and this. And then we multiply with 22. That will give us 2 times 0, 0, 2 times 0. 2 times 4 will give us 8. 2 times 2 will give us 4. Now, 2 times 0, 0, 2 times 0, 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2, 4. Okay, so 0, you pick your 0. 0, 0, you pick your 0 again. 0 plus 8, your 8 will come down. 4 plus 8 is what? 12. That means 2 carry 1, right? And now 4 plus 1 will give you 5. Okay, so over here we have 52,800 cubic centimeter as our answer. Okay? So with that, let's continue. Now the next question It has the B part of the question. The B part of the question is asking us, how many liters can it hold? Now remember, in the beginning of the class, I explained the difference between a cubic centimeter and a liter, right? Now, I told you that when you're talking about the liter, you're simply referring to the quantity of water that a container can hold. When you're referring to your cubic centimeter, it simply means the space that can hold the water. Okay, so that is why you measure for your cubic centimeter and you equally measure for liters. So now it's asking us how many liters can this space hold. Okay, so it is simple. You're converting from cubic centimeter to liter, right? And you know what to do, and that is what we did here, right? Okay, so over here we have 1,000 cubic centimeter will be giving us 1 liter. So when we have 5 to 800 cubic centimeter, you're converting to liter, you simply what? Divide. Okay? So this will cancel this. This 2 will go up. And this 0, you just do your shifting method and you have 52.8 liters. It's simple, right? Okay, let's go over to the next one. Okay, so we are going to change 1/1/2 liter to milliliter. Okay, now remember that 1,000 milliliter will give you 1 liter, right? Okay, so when we're trying to convert from this to this, it simply means you have first method and second method because we have 2 methods of solving. So I'm going to show you the 2, okay? So here we have 1 liter plus 1/2 liter. Okay, so that's what it will give it to you. So for 1 liter we have, you're converting to milliliter. Okay, so for 1 liter we have, 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliter, right? Okay, so for 1 liter we have 1 times 1,000 already in liter plus 1/2 times 1,000 liter. So we have 1,000 plus this here is 500. Can we see that? Okay, so we have this plus this. That will be giving us 1,500 milliliters. Okay, so for the second method, because we have 1/2 liter to milliliter, we'll be multiplying with 1,000, right? So you change this. You change your 1/1/2 to mixed fraction, right? Sorry, to improper fraction. Now with 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 will give you 3. So you have 3/2 multiplied with what? 1,000. Now 2 here, 1. 2 here will give us 500. So 3 times 500 will be giving us 1,500 milliliters. So the 2 are the same, right? And using different methods, you get the same answer. So let's go back to the next one, okay? Now we have a bath. It's filled by pouring in a dozen buckets of water. Let's assume that a bath in your house, if mommy asks you to go fill it up, she will tell you, then at the bath you will be filling it with a dozen buckets of water. Okay, it doesn't mean 12, right? So you know that you're going to pour in a bucket 12 times. Now the question goes further to tell us that each of the buckets will hold what? 16 liters, 500 milliliters of water. Now, how much water will be in the bath at the end of the day? Okay, so what is required of us? Step 1, find out the capacity for each of the bucket, right? Okay, now remember they have given it to us, but we are going to do something, right? This is the capacity for each of the buckets. 16 liters, 500 milliliters. Now, remember, before you start to solve, the capacity has to be a 1 unit and not 2. Okay, usually we convert the bigger to the smaller, right? Okay, so what we are going to do is to convert this 16 liters to milliliter and add to our 500 milliliter, right? And then when you get that, it is the capacity for each bucket. And remember, a dozen buckets will fill the vat. So that means we're going to multiply the capacity for each of the bucket with what? 12. Now that will now give us the capacity of the vat. Okay? So let's solve. Now for each bucket, we're going to solve. For each bucket, as one bucket we have 16 liters. 16 liter 500 ml. So we are going to do 16 times 1000 plus 500. So we have 16,000 plus 500. That will give us 16,500 ml. Now this is the capacity for one bucket, right? So for 12 buckets, we have 12. That's 16,500 ml times 12. Okay, so 2 times 0 will give you 0. 2 times 0 will give you 0. 2 times 5 will give us 10. 0 carry 1. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1. 13. There's 2 carrying 1. Now 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3, right? Okay, so let's take it again. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 0 carry 1. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1. 13 carry 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus this, 3. Now, we multiply with 1. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 0, 0 again. 1 times 5 is your 5. 1 times 6 is your 6. Okay? And 1 times 1 is 1. So the same 16,500, okay? So we have 0, 0, 0. 8. 3.5 is 8, right? 3 plus 6 is 9. Now you bring down your 1. This is the capacity in what? In milliliter. Now, remember it's in milliliter, and when we talk about the units, the basic units of capacity, we made mention of liter, right? And our cubic centimeter. So our basic, and we also talked about other ones. So, but our basic capacity for the basic unit for capacity is liter, not milliliter, right? Milliliter is used for smaller capacity. So when you have this, is big, right? You're expected to change it to liter, okay? So we are going to change it to liter, and that will be your final answer. So we simply solve because 1000 milliliter will be giving us 1 liter, and we have this. So we simply divide with your 1000, okay? Can you see this? Okay, let me bring up so you can see what I'm doing. What we are trying to do is to convert this 19800. Is it? Okay, and another 0 ml. We are going to divide with 1000. You know the reason why we're dividing with 1000, right? We are converting to a higher unit. Okay, and 1000 milliliter will be giving us 1 liter, and you're converting to liter, so you divide with 1000, okay? So these 3 will take away these 3. Is that okay with you? So, and because this is milliliter, it will still cancel out, right? Okay, so what we have left is 198, and the unit is what? Liters. Okay, so at this point, we've solved together, and I have 1 or 2 for you to try out for me, right? So I'm expecting you to solve it correctly. Remember the hints that I gave you in conversion? I said when you're converting from higher to lower unit, you do what? You multiply. Now when you're converting from lower unit to a higher unit, you do what? you divide. Now we talked about the relationship between the pairs of units, and we talked about the 1000 milliliter gives you 1 liter, right? And 1000 cubic centimeter will also give you 1 liter. 100 centiliter will give you 1 liter. 10 milliliter will give you 1 centiliter, and so many of them. So I expect you to solve them correctly and you submit, okay? Thank you.